Hello students, welcome back to your own YouTube channel Study Kshetra. Hi, my name is Vaibhav. In this video, we're going to talk about the last minute strategy for Jipmat 2024 exam. In this video, पहले हम बात करेंगे about what is Jipmat exam है क्या. Second thing, Jipmat 2024 highlights. Number of registrations. This thing is going to help you to guess the expected cutoff for this year. Then Jipmet composite score, admission criteria, Jipmet 22 and 23 cutoff. Then the expected cutoff for this year, ki how many marks we need to score to easily clear the cutoff. देन द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स जो आप लोग रिवाइज कर चुके हैं और जो आप हमारे पास 2 days पेंडिंग है स्टिल वी कैन गिव इट अ रिवीजन एंड इन द लास्ट द डूज एंड डोंट अबाउट द जिपमेट एग्जाम. So what is this Jipmat exam? Jipmat or Joint Integrated Program in Management Admission Test is a national level entrance exam for admission to 5-year integrated program in management. Jipmat score helps in admissions at Iim Bodh Gaya and Iim Jammu. What could be better than this? Ki after the 12th, directly we're getting admission in one of the prestigious institutes of India, that is IIM, for doing 5-year BBA plus MBA courses. This year, the exam is scheduled on 6 June 2024 and the timing is 3 to 5:30 p.m. Now, Jipmet 2024 highlights. Every year, the NTA, National Testing Agency, conducts this exam. The mode is online. The syllabus is quantitative aptitude, data interpretation and logical reasoning section number 2. And the third section, verbal ability and reading comprehension. Now totally we have 100 questions in this exam and the marking scheme is plus 4 marks for correct answer. So that is 100 into 4. Maximum marks we can score 400 in this exam. But the thing is in this exam we have a negative marking also, so we don't are not going to take any risk in solving the questions here. We will not make a guess and try to solve maximum correct questions. The duration of the exam is 2.5 hours or 150 minutes. So that means like the exam IIM Rohtak where we used to have 2 hours for 120 questions, but यहाँ पे क्या है हमारे पास we have 150 minutes for 100 questions. So that means on an average we have 1.5 minutes per question. So that means we can have to score more and more marks out of 400 to clear the cutoff. Now, number of registrations. In 2021, there were 7910 registration. In 2022, there were 6091 registration. And the last year, in 2023, there were 8712 registration. So, this year, we're expecting there would be around 10,000 registration. But the thing is, the Jipmet exam offers only 120 seats. 60 seats in Iim Jammu and 60 seats in Iim Bodh Gaya. So out of the 10,000 candidates, there are only 120 seats. So that means we have to work for those 120 seats. Now the Jipmet composite score. Based on the performance of the candidates in Jipmet exam, class 10th and 12th academic records, both the IIMs, Bodh Gaya and Jammu, will prepare composite scores for the candidates. Candidates having a composite score more than the cutoff are eligible for the IPM admission. Now, what is the criteria? For IIM Jammu, the Jipmet score consideration is only 60%. 15% is given to class 10 score, 15% to class 12 score, and the 10% is gender diversity. So due to this gender diversity, undoubtedly the female candidates gets more advantage. And for IIM Bodh Gaya, the 70 percentage is given to the Jipmet score, 15% to class 10th score, and 15% to class 12th score. Now here comes the most important thing कि what were the cutoff in 2022 and what was the cutoff in 2023. This thing is going to help you to see the pattern कि how much at least marks we need to score this year. So both the years the pattern was the paper level was moderate. In 2022 for the general category the cutoff was 354 and in 2023 the cutoff was 342. For the EWS candidates, the cutoff was 334 and for in 2023 the cutoff was 323. For NC OBC, cutoff was 322 in 2022 and in 23 it was 303. For the SC candidates in 2022 cutoff was 266 and in 2023 cutoff was 258. For the ST candidates in 2022 the cutoff was 225. In 2023 the cutoff was 205. For the person with disability candidates, for the general it was 276 and 222 for NC OBC in 2022 and in 2023 last year the cutoff was 199. So we can see comparing the both year exam paper was slightly difficult than the year 2022. So that's why the cutoff was little bit less. As we have seen in the last slide, the registrations were more, but the cutoff was less. So yes, it depends on the number of registration and the paper difficulty level कि level कैसा है उसके basis पे हमारी कट ऑफ निकलती है. Now this year 2024 I am expecting that for the general candidates the cutoff will be around 330 to 340 if the paper level is moderate. For the EWS candidates cutoff will be around 310 to 320. For NC OBC candidates the cutoff will go around 290 to 300. For SC candidates it will be around 200 to 210. For ST candidates, it's going to be 150 to 150, 140 to 150, and for the PWD candidates, it can be around 150 to 160. So here we can see this cutoff I have given you for the moderate level exam. If the exam level is difficult, so we can reduce 10 to 20 marks in this cutoff. Otherwise, this year we can expect the cutoff कि इतनी जाएगी ही जाएगी आपकी. Okay, now Jipmat 2024 sectional cutoff. Now this thing is also necessary to clear the exam क्योंकि हमारे को sectional cutoff भी clear करनी पड़ेगी. So for the general candidates in quant, we need to score at least 50 marks, in LRDI at least 70 marks, and in verbal ability at least 70 marks. Similarly, for EWS candidates, quant के अंदर हमें 35 plus marks, DI में 70 and in verbal ability we need to score at least 65 marks. For NC-OBC candidates 35 in quant, 65 in DI and 58 in verbal ability is required. For SC candidates 30 in quant, 60 in DI and 50 in verbal ability is required. For the ST candidates 25 in quant, 60 in DI and 50 in verbal ability. And in last for the PWD candidates at least 24 marks in quant, 59 in DI and 50 in verbal ability we need to score. This cutoff I have made looking at the last 3-year pattern exam. So yes, this year हमें कम से कम इतने marks तो लेने ही पड़ेंगे sectional cutoff plus the overall cutoff clear करने के लिए. Now the most important topics for the quantitative ability. Algebra. So we have seen every year algebra में से 4 to 5 question comes in Jipmat exam. Second one is simple interest and compound interest, percentage profit and loss, average topic, time and work, time and distance, numbers, HCF LCM numbers and data interpretation. So what we can see आपका जो SI profit loss percentage, time and work, time and distance, average, or I can say the arithmetic part, it covers at least 50% of the quant questions. सो मतलब अगर हमारे ये टॉपिक स्ट्रॉन्ग है, सो 16 इंटू 4, 17 इंटू 4, अराउंड 16 to 18 क्वेश्चंस यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम अरिथमेटिक ओनली. सो लेट्स से 17 क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं, तो 17 इंटू 4, 68 मार्क्स तो हम यहीं पे स्कोर कर सकते हैं. अलजेब्रा के अंदर वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट around 4 to 5 question. Similarly, in number system, we can expect around 10 questions. Now, topics for DI and LR: blood relations, clocks and calendars, direction sense, series encoding decoding, syllogism and Venn diagram, statements, data arrangement, tables, bar graph, pie chart, line chart. This all comes under LRDI section. Now this is the one of the topics, syllogism and Venn diagram and the statements. It's a part of a critical reasoning, and every year you can expect around 3 to 5 questions from these two topics only. So means these are those topics which are scoring but tricky also. तो इन क्वेश्चंस को हमें ध्यान से सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा. Last but not the least, the most important topics for verbal ability and reading comprehension. Yes, आरसी तो आनी है हमारे पास. ग्रामर से क्वेश्चन आते हैं, वोकैबुलरी, स्टेट सेंटेंस करेक्शंस, एंटोनिम्स एंड सिनोनिम्स, एरर स्पॉटिंग, parajumbles. So these are the parts which are going to come under the verbal ability section, and here we need to score at least 70 marks in sectional cutoff to clear the exam. Now here comes the most important thing during the exam or during this last 2 to 3 days, ki what we have to do so that we can easily clear the cutoff. The first thing we need to prepare our mind, we need to stay positive, don't panic, stay calm in the exam time, even in the last 48-72 hours. Remain stress free. ज़्यादा अभी सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, जो चीज़ हमने प्रैक्टिस करी है, हमने मॉक्स दिए हैं, just trust yourself and you can easily clear the exam. Write 2 mocks at least. So in this last 2 days, try to write 2 mocks and analyze कि हमारे marks कहाँ कट रहे हैं, and then try to improve your score in those last 48 hours. Revise questions of previous year paper. So officially 2021 paper is available online. So what you are going to do, please try and solve that paper. That will give you an exact idea how it's going to come even this year. So it's my request to all the students, all the eligible candidates, ki please solve the previous year paper. Then focus on your strength. If you feel like your quant is strong, so try to maximize the marks in quant. Similarly for LRDI, similarly for vocab or verbal ability. So it's you who have to decide what your strength is, what your weakness is. So in whichever section you can feel it's a strength of you, so try to score maximum marks there. Avoid solving time consuming problems. This is the main thing we have to keep in mind during the exam. कि हम लोग कहाँ मिस्टेक करते हैं. सपोज करते हैं हम किसी क्वेश्चन में फंस गए, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 में फंस गए. ना तो क्वेश्चन से प्यार करना है, ना क्वेश्चन को अपनी ईगो पे लेना है, क्योंकि दोनों ही केस में हमारा नुकसान है, हमारा टाइम खा जाएगा. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, till all the questions in every section, first of all try to solve the easy questions. आप 1 से 100 तक गए, you feel like सर ये क्वेश्चन easy था, मैं 1 मिनट में कर लूंगा, पहले उस क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करें. then go to the medium level, in the last solve the time consuming questions. easy मतलब which can be solved in less than a minute, medium means in 1.5 minute, difficult means which will take more than 1.5 minutes and it is time consuming. So those time consuming questions, either due to the concept or the language issue, उसको हम लास्ट में सॉल्व करेंगे अपना टाइम बचाने के लिए. And the most important thing now, please avoid negative marking in the exam, because this negative marking will impact your score a lot. So try to score more and more questions, but don't make a guess, as this will lead to the negative marking. अगर किसी बच्चे के मार्क्स मान लेते हैं 350 भी आ रहे हैं और वो क्वेश्चन गलत करके आ जाता है, सो इट विल रिड्यूस द स्कोर विच विल बी डिफिकल्ट देन टू क्लियर द कट ऑफ. So again, I am requesting, please avoid negative marking in the exam. So guys, all the best for the Jipmat 2024 exam. I wish you all will give your best and all of you maximum will clear the cutoff. So students, keep studying and learning. Guidance मेरी मेहनत आपकी.